film. I spoke with several of them off the record and privately. One of them was John Thain, who was the CEO of Merrill Lynch, and before that had been co-president of Goldman Sachs. He's somebody I happen to have known personally for a while. Not socially, I hate to say, but I had known him. Hank Greenberg, the former CEO of AIG, was another person who spoke with me off the record privately. I did speak with two interesting groups of women. Women who were at high levels inside the industry, and there were several. None of them would agree to be named or filmed. But I did speak with, I have to be careful here, with a woman who was at a very high level in one of the institutions that became very troubled. Like, very troubled. I can't say more because there aren't very many women at that level, and so pretty soon that would be equivalent to naming her, and I don't want to do that. She spoke with me for several hours about this question, and she believes, and I also believe, that the macho element of this was in fact a significant contributor to the crisis, and there's a portion of the film that deals with that. And there was a lot of this. How much, I don't know, but some of it was really kind of mine's bigger than yours, as opposed to, you know, rational decision making. And if you hang out in that industry, you see that. I mean, you know, these are very, you know, kind of macho, competitive types. And at a certain point, they had so much money, and they became so disconnected from reality. You know, the gigantic houses, the private helicopters, the private planes. They have private elevators, and you'll see in the film. There's an amusing story about a private elevator, and it got to the point that they were so disconnected from all of the things that would discipline a normal human being and kind of check their behavior, that I think became a significant contributor to the crisis. Now, the other interesting group of women that I interviewed are those who appear in the film, who were not at high levels in the system, but were high-level observers of the system. And they are among, and is it coincidental that it was their gender? I don't know. But on a proportional basis, I would say that they were among the most forthright people about what had gone on. One of them is Gillian Tett, who's a wonderful person, who's the U.S. managing editor of the Financial Times, and was one of the first journalists to warn about the coming of the crisis. And the other is Christine Lagarde, who is politically a fairly conservative person in most regards, at least, you know, on the European spectrum, not so much perhaps on the American spectrum. She had been the CEO of a large insurance company in the United States for a while. And although she's fairly conservative about some things, about these questions, she was unbelievably direct with me, as you'll see in the film. And I found her to be, boy, you know, wonderfully classy lady, really impressive person.